everyone, Masters EX. What's in this week's reset? So basically, this week's reset is all about the Battle Stadium. So I tried to record everything from opening up the game, the text pop-ups, and to show what the type pairs and everything was. But for some reason, my footage got corrupted, deleted, stolen. I don't know. Aliens took it. I don't have it. So I'm just going to use this as basically showing the type pairs that I used to basically beat the Battle Stadium, because that's really all that was in the reset. And the first one, well, this one you just have to do electric Pokemon. And I must say, the tips that they give you on recommended Pokemon, they are on point. If you use the teams that they suggest, you more than likely can win. They're basically telling you how to win. It's just about you figuring out how to use the pairs together, and more or less if your sync grid is upgraded, if your Pokemon is strong enough, who you decide to tank with, how you decide to go about fighting. That's basically it. So I'm not going to talk a lot for this particular video. I'm just going to run over the battle. But yeah, you could just see what's going on screen in terms of the conditions. And another note, I lost some of the battle footage as well. I don't know, my phone ran out of space and it wasn't saving properly. A whole bunch of shenanigans, but you get the basic idea. This is basically what's up for the week. Okay, so we beat Loreley as the first one down. That's the electric portion of the Champion Stadium. I kept saying Battle Stadium for whatever reason, but anyway, it's the same thing. So next I went off to Bruno, and as you can see, once you use a certain pairs, as I explained in my last video, you can't use them again. So I looked at the tips, and they basically gave me Alakazam, Reniculus, and Esper. So I was like, alright, cool. I'm gonna set that up real quick. I'm gonna go in there. Keynote. Don't just run in there, choose the team, and say, okay, you're gonna win. Do some test runs. So this particular run that you're about to witness, I failed miserably because I've never used Alakazam before, and that's the thing. If you're not used to pairs that they're suggesting, or if you just don't use this Pokemon at all, or if you just don't have them, sucks to be you if you don't have them. I got lucky with Alakazam, I must say. But I'm used to using Reniculus. I dabbled with Esper when I first got it. Esper is not that great at all. It's basically just a paralyzed Pokemon, and Reniculus is basically just to refill your move gauge and to tank. But in this situation, I found it was better to tank with Alakazam and make sure you use Reflect first. So the first battle I tested, it was a fail, and I was like, maybe I should tank with Reniculus. That was an epic fail. You want to go with Alakazam. And you just want to go about setting up your strategy right. You want to reflect, you want to start doing the die hit all, you want to buff Reniculus at all, so just in case an area of effect move comes into play, use that Sixth Sense. I didn't know what that did. You use it when your Pokemon are hurt. I was just spamming everything, trying to get my sync move powered up. So yeah, but basically just do a test. And I'm just going to let this play out. Just know that I failed it. I succeeded the other time, and that's basically it for the psychic portion of the Champion Stadium. Okay, so as I was saying, I did a couple test runs. I failed, but eventually I got the psychic portion down, and Bruno got defeated. Now it's time for Agatha to get that smoke. Now, this is the team that I use for the ice portion. I love that Sand Slash. That Sand Slash is a beautiful thing. I think I got this first try because I abused the bejesus out of that Sand Slash. And the fact that Obama Snow gives you hail, it just made it easy. And then we have haze to lower their buffs. So yeah, the ice portion was kind of a joke, especially if you use the suggested teams. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out. We got this down pat, and another one in the bag. Moving on up, moving on up. So, Lance, my good buddy Lance the Ranch, man. I hated Lance simply because of this right here: Steelix, Aegislash, and Metagross, or Solgaleo. Solgaleo was just terrible. That Pokemon is the one Pokemon in this game I think just needs a buff. So yeah, I lost the footage for Lance, but just know it went very terribly because I had to power up Steelix. I was out of Sync Orbs. I had to wait till my stamina refresh. It was just a whole pain. But eventually I used the team that they suggested and I beat Lance. Sadly, again, Alien took my footage. I really wish this was the one I really wanted to showcase, just to show anybody who was having any problems with it. But sadly, I didn't realize the footage got corrupted until after the fact that I beat it. If I had known, I would have canceled the battle and redid it. But essentially, this was the setup I used: tank with Aegislash, Steelix in the secondary slot, and just attack with Metagross. So, another annoying portion was blue. This week it was rock, and you had to use Onyx, man. Now, don't get me wrong, I think with Onyx's sync grid, and if you power it up properly, it's good, but I haven't used Onyx since day one I got Onyx. You know, when I got that Tyranitar, I just put Onyx down. I had to actually go use all my materials, power up Onyx, practice, do a whole bunch of test runs, and learn how to go about this. This one, I would say, was actually difficult with this team, but eventually I figured it out. Tank with Onyx and use Rock Hard Determination, use Lair 6 times, get the defense down, use your sync with Lycanroc, and that's basically it. Just smash the bejesus, but use Hard as Diamonds 1 time, because if they use an area of attack move, it could one-shot you if it's a crit. I don't know if that was just me, but it happened like 3 times. So I only use it 1 time, buff up with X attack, and your attack should be good enough. And as soon as Lair runs out, you know, you start attacking on both ends with Axelrock, and that's it. You just gotta go ham, and you'll get that done. When you get that done, it adds to your badge for your type, and that's basically it. That was all we had for the week on Reset. So yeah, there you go. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Tech out.